There are special interests that want war in the Middle East. These people despise Donald Trump. And one of the biggest reasons is that Donald Trump was trying to bring peace to the Middle East. Donald Trump was trying to remove U.S. involvement. When we talk about how Russia did not invade Ukraine under the Trump administration, they say, yeah, it's because Trump was serving Vladimir Putin. I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's because Donald Trump was like, this is none of our business. We should stop supporting these terror groups, whether directly or indirectly. We should stop invading these countries for oil and mind our own business. And Russia was like, well, if you're not pressing on our borders, we're not, we've got no reason to fight. They get Trump out. They come in and it's war, it's conflict, it's expansion. And so this narrative is extremely shocking. Based on the videos I've seen, it's unfortunately, whether you want to accept it or not, it's easy to believe they did this. Right. That's the scary thing.
Well, they also thought Trump was a lunatic.
Yeah.
They thought he was a loose cannon. They had no idea. There was some meeting that actually Tucker told me this story. I'm working on this. That Trump leaned over to Vladimir Putin and said, if you invade Ukraine when I'm president, I will nuke this shit out of Moscow. And Putin believed him. And nobody wanted to mess with Trump. They thought he was a total loose cannon, which of course I don't think he was at all. But that I think is a good impression.
It wasn't a bad image to have.
It was not a bad image to have. You kind of want the rest of the world, especially your enemies, to think that about your leader, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. They don't want to be able to predict you. I mean, the problem right now is that the loss of life is always tragic. Violence is obviously detestable. But Joe Biden is not a trustworthy president. And so it is hard to believe anything that would come out of his administration, even if it is something awful like this. You don't want to believe they would lie about being able to confirm this. On the other hand, you just can't trust them.
Look at everything they've lied about that's...
Yeah.
And again, we've mentioned
also horrible.
The New Year testimony from 1990 that got us into the first Gulf War.
Yes. I don't like the way he said the word confirmed in that speech. He said, these pictures I've seen confirmed, like it was like he was dropping the word. Like they said talking points, make sure you say the word confirmed when you talk about this. I said yesterday, prepare for deep fake. That we're in another modern war. It's gonna be technology you've never seen before utilized. And when they tell you something happened and then some days later you're gonna start to see blurry images or images, be wary, don't snap to emotions.
Well, here's a really funny one. Don Jr. posted a video. It is extremely graphic. It is brutal. And it is of Israeli civilians being killed by Hamas. Community notes were placed on it saying old video and fake, because a pro-Palestinian activist posted a screenshot of a thumbnail of the video over and over again with the date of 2016 or something like that. But it is believed now that that was fake and the video is real. And now Wired has contacted the government and done a deeper analysis on the, I guess, the metadata in the video and found Donald Trump Jr. was correct. The video was from Israel. And it appears that activists are trying to make fake screenshots to trick people into thinking they're fake. Yo, we are in a whole new world of information warfare. Yeah. It's entirely possible that Wired got bunk information from the government to convince us the videos are real. Who knows?
What do you believe?
But I will defer to, if you've got the Biden administration and Donald Trump Jr. and like everyone's kind of like, yeah, this is probably true. I think you're going to have to go with that. Right? Yeah. If people who absolutely despise each other are like, this is real. Then,
if both warring parties are agreeing on it, then...
Well, it doesn't seem far-fetched from what we know about this group of people. Like, nobody thinks this isn't something they wouldn't do, you know?
They're undeniable videos.
Yeah.
Right, so they're videos where it's like, I don't know what this is, right? It's a guy and it's like running through a field, and I'm like, the video that Don Jr. posted was tough. It's like people in a room being shot, and I'm like, man, that's brutal. But then there are videos that are very easily and discernibly of southern Israel at an event where you can corroborate the pictures of the music festival and you're watching people be shot. And it's just like, this happened. Like, we know these videos are real. That's the easy thing where it's like the story of these babies being killed, beheaded. You don't need it. Hamas did it. And not only that, mad respect to Max Blumenthal coming on the show and talking about it. He's more pro-Palestine, but he outright said Hamas's strategy is to target as many civilians as possible to use as bargaining chips against Israel. They are kidnapping civilians. That's their tactic. He called it a target of opportunity. And I'm like, make no mistake, this is not in dispute. We know what they're doing.
I was thinking, it's horrible. It is absolutely, it's one of the most horrific things you do to kill somebody, and to kill a small child is like the most horrific thing. But like, what's more horrific? If someone cuts off the head of a baby, or if someone blows up 6 babies with a bomb?
Yeah. Yeah, Tim's right. Like, you don't need it. They don't need this to sell the case.
Yeah.
So the rationale for faking it doesn't make any much sense.
Right.